Welcome to how to create a diversity count report in Taleo Business Edition. Let's get started. You may have a business case in which you need to create a report that will show the totality of candidates based on different diversity metrics such as race, gender, disability. So how do we go about creating such a report? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the Reports tab, click on Create Report. We will go to the Compliance tab. And when we talk about this diversity here, we're not talking about custom fields. So we're talking about the race, gender, and such information that will be filled out as part of the applicant workflow after they submit their application. So the first thing we need to do here is we need to select a template in which to base our report off of. So we're just going to select the EEO template here and click on Next. We're going to give our report a name, Gender Race Count Report. And we're going to select as a layout because, some of these columns might be an extra wide report. So we're going to put a very wide table for the layout. So that way we'll be able to adjust it as we go. We're just going to go to the More drop down here, select Candidates to get the candidate fields. And the first thing we're going to bring in is we're going to bring in the ID, which we're going to use in order to determine our count of candidates. The next one we're going to bring in is gender. And lastly, for the purpose of this exercise, we're just going to bring in race. And we're just going to go ahead and click on Next. Not going to select any checkboxes. Select Next to launch the report designer. Now, here, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to insert a pivot table. So where it says drop columns here, what we're going to do is we're going to bring in candidate gender. And where it says drop data here, we're going to bring in candidate ID. Now, as you see, candidate ID is highlighted. So while it's highlighted, we're just going to go to the formula section. And where it says summation, we're going to click on that drop down and select count. So as we can see here in my demo zone, there are 66 female, 64 male, and 126 that have not been disclosed. And there could be multiple reasons why it's not disclosed. The first being that maybe at some point in time you did not request diversity information as part of the applicant workflow. So some of these candidates would not have filled this information in. Or if you have always requested this information as part of the applicant workflow, it might be candidates that were manually entered into Taleo and therefore have not answered these questions. Now, if we need to widen this table, we're going to just highlight the table, go to the properties section here, and where it says width, let's just increase that to 1,500. And as we can see, now we can see the whole table. We see there's a total of 266 candidates, 126 not disclosed, 76 female, and 64 male. Now we can do the same thing for race. So let's bring in another pivot table. This time we're going to bring in race as a column. We're going to bring in candidate ID as drop data here once again. And for summation, we're going to click on that drop down and click on count. So as you see, the box is not very wide. So we're just going to go ahead and click on that box again. Go to properties and let's put that at 2000 here. So now we can see the total counts of candidates for every race. And you can go on like that as well for any other diversity metrics that you have. So I hope this video was helpful for you on how to create a candidate count report based on different diversity metrics. Have a great day.